That's what we call the secret ingredient. America and the world has forgotten about them, but not us.
China is poisoning America's children, poisoning our teenagers, poisoning our young people. How long are you going to let this go on?
Congresswoman, let me assure you that we're not letting it go on. We are fighting this.
No, I reclaim my time. You're a liar.
Marjorie Taylor Greene decided to speak at an event that was organized and founded by white nationalist Nick Fuentes.
You know, they say about America, they say diversity is our strength, you know? And I look at China and I look at Russia. Can we give a round of applause for Russia?
You endorse Nick Fuentes' views?
Excuse me. I don't know what his views are. I've never...
He's a white nationalist.
I do not endorse those views. 5 million illegal aliens are on the verge of replacing you, replacing your jobs, and replacing your kids in school. And coming from all over the world, they're also replacing your culture. How much COVID cash with the CRT?
CRT.
Critical race theory in education. It's a racist curriculum used to teach children that somehow their white skin is not equal to black skin and other things in education.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a state.
Oh, Mr. Dodaro, I have to tell you, in Illinois, they received $5.1 billion at an elementary school there that used it for equity and diversity. You are letting this go on, and the numbers prove it. You can't lie about the facts, Secretary Mayorkas. While you live in denial and sit over there with this attitude that you're doing everything right, you are killing Americans with your policies. And that is a fact. Your policies are killing people, over 300 Americans a day. Over 300.
A phrase from a friend of mine, our secret sauce here, it's these young white men.
If I allegedly didn't know anything about Nick Fuentes or this event, and I was about to go up and speak after hearing that, you know what I would do? I'd be like, no thanks, sorry, I'm leaving. But that's not what Marjorie Taylor Greene did.
Okay, it is. I got three things to say, all right? First thing, one, I'm hot. I don't just mean attractive. I mean, I'm fucking hot right now. It's hot in this room. See that fan? That's to protect me because it's hot. It's hot. That's one. Two, you know that new song that just came out with Beyonce and Kendrick? I don't like it. I like Kendrick. I like old Beyonce, right? But this song was just not it. It just wasn't it. So take a listen, tell me if you like it. But you know what song I do like this is number 3 now. You know what song I do like that I'm really into? Sorry, there was a bug. I think I got it. It's that boy's a liar. That boy's a liar. That boy's a liar. I like that song. Instrumentally, it's great. Visually, it's great. And if you had to ask me which one I would choose, Pink Panthers for sure. Pink Panthers. Yeah, she saw it. Anyway, let's talk about today's story. Marjorie Taylor Greene, who loves demonizing drag queens, now defends drag-wearing boyfriend. If you've seen everything that she has said just in the past about the LGBT community, you're gonna wonder, has she been drinking the stupid juice? Why is it always a double entendre with people, just in general? I'm speaking very generally. I might even try to go into politics. Why is it always a double entendre? We gotta demonize this, say this is terrible, say this is horrible, right? All of that. We gotta do all of that. But when it's happening to us, ourselves, the ones that are promoting this hate, the ones that are promoting this bigotry, when it's happening to them, wash them hands. It don't matter. It don't matter at all, because it's their lives, and that's what matters more. If they're going to ruin your lives and make things harder for you, and just bring you down in general in this society, that's okay. But when it comes to their lives, What they're doing is justified. It makes sense. It's okay. And I just find that sad. Sad and disgusting. That it's always those in power that get to do whatever they want. And I guess this is coming from someone that doesn't have that much power himself. And in a certain way, it is jealousy because I think I would be so much better with this power. And I bold statement to make, probably a bad statement, but just seeing it, seeing this abuse of power going on and on and on. It's sad. It's sad. So really, I just wanted to bring light to this. I had an original article that I was going to read that I found on Reddit, but that got taken down. It was on Not the Onion, and I found this article that I was kind of surprised. But let's read it. Hold on. Let's read the article and fully understand this predicament that she found herself in. Of Marjorie Taylor Greene, who has gone out of her way to attack drag queens, is now defending her drag wearing boyfriend. They've been dating since last year. He's a programming director for the conservative Right Side Broadcasting Network. Kind of surprised. Honestly, just by his background, I'm surprised that he does drag, right? Even though most Republicans are, you know. There's a video posted to Twitter on Sunday that shows him in drag for a morning segment. It's unclear when the segment originally aired.
I could tell you, I think a lot of people are up now. They're all hashtag I am up. Of course, come and check it out here. Starts on Saturday. I'm kicking these shoes off, but I may keep the pantyhose on. It does feel kind of good, actually. I'm not going to pee in them, I promise. Send it back to the studio.
Okay, so now both Glenn and Green have shared the video on social media, with Green tweeting that she was literally LOLing.
Marjorie and Brian read their tweets.
I'm literally LOLing. The guy that I cheated on my ex-husband for dressed in drag for morning news in Dallas years ago, reporting on an upcoming local theater production. And the morons over at Patriot Takes think this is an attack. Brian loves the throwback and is reposting. Laughing, crying emoji face. The left is so stupid.
The things I did for the morning show television. Loved it! And so did the WFAA and the WFAA Daybreak viewers. It's a good thing I have a sense of humor. Laughing, crying emoji face. Hashtag I am up. Hashtag Tuna Christmas. Hashtag theater. Hashtag arts. Hashtag play. Hashtag sense of humor.
Now, Green has repeatedly attacked drag performances of any kind, at one point calling them indoctrination and saying it should be illegal for children to attend. She has likened supporting the LGBT community to grooming children, and even suggested that people who support drag queens should be considered domestic terrorists. Yeah, she goes hard in the paint, no matter what you say about her, you gotta respect her convictions, right? She believes so much in what she's saying, even though it's just utter nonsense. She believes so much in it, right? That she's going to say it. And that's respect. Me, I believe in a lot of stuff. I don't say it. I'm just now trying to say stuff on this YouTube. But her, she's been saying it probably her whole life. So, give her respect where respect is due, right? Congrats for her for being who she is. Well, her boyfriend's news segment presumably did not include a warning for any minors who might be watching, so people under the age of 18 were likely able to see obscene content. The actual problem for Republicans, though, does not seem to be drag, but who is dressed in drag. Tennessee Governor Bill Lee wore drag in high school, but he signed the country's first law banning drag performances in public. The law was blocked by a judge. Criminally, indicted Representative George Santos dressed in drag in Brazil, but he has fully embraced the GOP's anti-LGBTQ stances, and now Glenn, who works for a far-right, openly Trump-supporting news network. So this is kind of what's the word? This is revealing. This is a revealing paragraph, because yeah, a lot of these controversial. See how hot it is to that. A lot of these controversial Republican figures, right, are openly doing the thing they hate. If you vehemently hate the LGBT community, then you shouldn't participate in anything with the LGBT community. I vehemently hate Brussels sprouts. If I eat them, I'm forcing myself to eat them. I should be aware of that. I already know that I hate Brussels sprouts. But if I'm eating them, maybe I actually like Brussels sprouts. If I can still take the time to eat them, maybe this hatred of mine is just misplaced. I can see that. I can see that. Maybe I don't actually hate Brussels sprouts because I'm still, when presented to me, I'm gonna eat them. But I will say to anyone that asks me, Stefan, what's food do you hate the least or hate the most? Brussels sprouts. Even though I still eat them, it's Brussels sprouts. So I'm a hypocrite. These people are hypocrites. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I understand that there was an era back in the day, well, honestly, still to this day, where men would dress in as faux gay characters. By faux gay, I mean like they're not really gay, but they're hyping up the gay attributes with the voice, the mannerisms, right? With the conversation. Everything is just geared towards sexuality.
The things we did to each other aren't even in books. She had a set of headlights on her.
Now, you have got to be careful of who and what you take to bed these days. I mean, there are diseases out there.
Right. It's a psychological thing. Only the guys who aren't getting laid are sitting at home thinking about what they can get. Right, fellas?
Oh, you absolutely right, Mr. Man.
A divorce and to embark on a new and wonderful adventure that looks a lot like you.
Oh, you're a real smoothie. Yeah, he's a smoothie, a fruit smoothie.
I have to say, this place doesn't feel very Irish to me.
Well, you know, they're giving out these.
Oh, kiss me, I'm Irish.
You insist.
Oh.
Black masculinity in the media was in a really weird place.
Hello, I'm Blaine Edward. And I'm Antoine Mayweather. And welcome to Men on Films, the show that looks at movies from a male point of view.
So on one hand, you've got men doing kind of faux queer comedy,
Which is why it's faux gay. So that era exists. That exists with black people, white people, all people. That era just exists out there in the world. But for these Republicans, it's not faux gay comedy they're trying to do. Maybe there's a argument you can say for Glenn, Marjorie's boyfriend, that it was all just for kicks and giggles. But when you're on a platform that vehemently, and I mean that in their doctrine, they're very, very, very against gay people, especially with all the stuff you've been seeing about the drag shows, right? Vehemently against it, yet you're partaking in it, so you're a hypocrite. You can't have it both ways, unfortunately. If you feel like you are losing out on something, it's because you want to do it. So it's just funny to me. It's just funny that this happens. It's just funny that there's a lot of things you don't know behind closed doors. That's what I can really say. There's a lot of things you don't know, and just be careful on the internet. Honestly, just be careful on the internet. That's it. That's really all I wanted to say through this jumbled mess. So hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.